It's Tech Tuesday. We're gonna get started by snorting in the camera. Oh, you shy. He's like, leave me alone. Oh! There go the claws. Go snort. Come on. He wants back.
Alright, so we've got another Tech Tuesday here today, and as predicted, trying to keep up with a weekly schedule of actually recording the videos each week is getting to, just in the second week, already be unrealistic, but we'll see if we can keep it going here. This video is brought to you by an epic rock soundtrack, brought to you by my asshole neighbor, sitting behind me, who every time he gets home around 5:30, blasts music as loud as can be. Now, I'm all for doing your own thing after work and letting it out, but literally turn it down like 2 decibels and we'd be good. Headphones. I invested in some really good headphones as soon as I moved to an apartment. Starting off this week, we got Microsoft giving $10,000 to one Terry Goldstein, a small business owner who runs a, I believe, travel agency, and I already forgot where she lives. Doesn't matter. They paid $10,000 to her because she claimed that she did not at all approve Windows 10 upgrades, and she just kind of came back to her computer and it had installed overnight, which is a claim many people have made recently, or over the past like 6 to 8 months or so, and that it had essentially slowed her computer to crawl, leaving it unusable for days on end, and this is a laptop computer, or presumably laptop, that she uses for her small business, and that Microsoft support was unable to help her fix it or return it to its previous Windows glory, and so she was filing a lawsuit as her plan B. And Microsoft settled with her, giving her $10,000, but they were quick to say that this is not an admission of guilt, that they are not necessarily wrong in their process, but they are continuing to look through the particulars of her situation as to why her computer got jacked up and why it installed itself, presumably, and that it was more just to avoid this long and tenuous legal process, but it may have also been a way to try to shut her up, except now that everyone knows about it, the doors are kind of open for everybody to start making the exact same claims. Now, it of course costs money to start lawsuits and file them against large corporations and field through their plethora of lawyers. But if some sort of class action lawsuity thing goes into effect, people could get a lot of money just by claiming that they got Windows 10 when they didn't want it. That's fairly interesting. Similar things have happened before. There are situations where owners of certain games, of certain game consoles, of certain tech-related things can file and get like an $11 check because there was some big lawsuit over what they had. So we'll see, but this was Microsoft's, I'm dubbing it Microsoft's Windows $10,000 upgrade. I don't know. Next up there is a big privacy scam, apparently like flooding Cox Communications subscribers and the actual internet provider themselves. This is different than Charter. I thought Cox and Charter were the same thing, but they're different companies. But Cox, the company itself, and subscribers are getting DCMA takedown notices claiming to be from a anti-piracy group called IP Echelon, saying that the subscriber has illegally downloaded a copy of Allegiant from Lionsgate, or there's probably other ones, but the sample fake takedown that they have is claiming to be from representing Lionsgate, saying that they downloaded Allegiant and demanding that the subscriber actually click a link to pay settlement fees in order to not receive further legal penalties, although saying that there may still be further legal penalties that the subscriber would be responsible for, but actually demanding that the person pay money. It's one thing for this phishing scam to be sent to subscribers. It's one thing to try to send it to the network, or to the ISP. But the ISP itself, Cox, has actually forwarded some of these to subscribers, and subscribers have paid money to a complete and non-existent third party that's just taking money for literally no reason. Now, obviously, if you or your family has not downloaded that movie, you should find no reason for that to be legit in the first place. There's been lots of fake DCMA notices going around anyway, for going back for years, but both IP Echelon and Lionsgate have said that these are totally fake claims, that none of this is none of this is their doing, and a subscriber actually reached out before paying. They weren't sure whether or not they should pay, and they reached out to Cox Communications and said, hey, I don't want to pay money if this isn't legit, and it doesn't seem legit, are you sure? And their network security team reviewed it and decided it was legit. It made it past that far, and yet it's all just a giant scam. So first of all, there should be no no such situation in which a DCMA notice for piracy should demand you pay money unless you're actually being taken to court. So just be on the lookout for that, and generally try not to give that any attention, and just mark it as spam, delete it, go call your ISP and tell them that it's fake, or talk to them. But unless they use their own wording, because essentially they were just forwarding it on to the customer that was claimed to have been pirating. So unless the network itself, like TWC, Time Warner Cable, makes direct, like they get a notification anonymously from the copyright holder, and then they tell the customer, hey, we got a ping about you downloading this file. Don't do that anymore. Unless the ISP itself contacts you and says, hey, don't do this, don't assume it's real, and definitely don't pay money through some weird link you received through your email. This seems like common sense, but it happens a lot, so I just want to make it clear you should not be doing this. Next up, Twitter has more updates because they want to be ahead of the crowd, even though they're actually quite far behind the crowd, so they're trying to get caught up, and they're extending very shortly to everyone their video platform to be 140 seconds long. Now, of course, celebrities and verified users can post pretty much as long videos as they want. I just watched a 6.5-minute video on Twitter, no problem. So clearly they're just like hand-picking who actually gets to do this. I don't know if it's based on verification or if it's based on some behind-the-scenes celebrity status, but some users can post however long they want, it seems. But they're extending everyone's access to a video length to append to the 140 rule, which means you can upload videos up to 140 seconds, which is like 5+ times the original length you could upload of 30 seconds. So pretty cool. Should open the doors for some more creativity and for some more like appropriate video teasers for your YouTube videos and video replies and things like that. Now, in all honesty, 140 seconds is a lot longer in terms of content than like 140 characters of an actual tweet. So it does seem a little out of place. Like a 30-second video is pretty representative of a 140 character tweet, but a 140-second video is pretty lengthy. Like that's over 2 minutes. And so, but I doubt people will use very long videos given how 30-second videos seem to work pretty well on Twitter and how much things like Vine, which is only 6 seconds, have taken off. But we'll see. They're also adding stickers to photos. If you upload photos from their mobile apps on iOS and Android, this is rolling out shortly. Everything's rolling out. You can actually apply stickers, which are just, transparent little pictures, kind of like how it is on Facebook, to your photo. And it's going to start out with 100 stickers, including all the typical emojis. And you can put them on your photo, resize them, and things like that. And then users on the mobile phone who are viewing your photos can actually tap on those stickers, and it searches like a hashtag in that it'll show you a bunch of other photos from other people who have used that sticker in their photo. It's kind of weird, but they're putting their own spin on it, I guess, and they're finally getting caught up with the times. And the Verge article that I found about this actually wanted to point out that Twitter is not actually the last social platform to add sticker functionality, because Tumblr still hasn't done it yet, but that's a different story. Google may be launching their own Google-branded phone in 2016 by the end of the year. This seems a little weird, since A, they have the Nexus brand, and B, they are working on their Project Aura modular smartphone, but that isn't slated for release by any stretch of the imagination. Like, the technology isn't even ready yet until next year, until 2017. But a report from The Telegraph is suggesting that, from some inside information, that Google does have its own branded phone slated for release by the end of 2016. Now, this could be anything. Google has been known for not being satisfied until they have at least like 2 of everything, so they could just be wanting to add another Nexus competitor to the market to shake the market up, have more market presence, things like that. Or this could be the legendary Pixel phone. Google's Pixel brand is like their premium electronics brand for their Chromebook and things like that. People were originally assuming this would be Project Aura, would be the Pixel phone, but it's possible they're making some sort of premium or budget or something smartphone under the Pixel branding, or it could be something totally different. We have no idea. Could just not be real at all. We'll see, but would be interesting to see 2 different Google branded phones on the market. And if anything, that might be an opportunity for them to release it under the Project Fi or Project Fi. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but their own mobile communications network. That's what Project Fi is. They could release it as an exclusive to that network to try to drive more sales to their subscription platform. That would be interesting. And lastly, if your EPeen is not big enough, if your 6-monitor desktop gaming rig isn't great enough, your dual GTX 1080s isn't enough, you can get a 70-inch 1080p touchscreen for your wall to just cover your whole wall in a giant touchscreen. Now, obviously the pixels per inch on that is horrid, since it is only 1080p and it's 70 freaking inches of touchscreen. Dell did call the 1080p resolution convenient, more like convenient for them to make, and probably because it's actually intended for office space environments, for big meeting rooms, office spaces where you're going to be doing some sort of collaboration. And most, standard office computers aren't going to be able to drive like a 4K 70-inch monitor. So that's part of it. It has, from what I could tell from the specs, it has a single VGA input, it actually looked like a mini DisplayPort input, but they kept saying DP, or 3 HDMI inputs, a serial connection, and then it said an RJ45 Ethernet hookup for remote monitoring, or they have a wireless module you can buy. The 3 HDMI inputs, and then below that was a USB port. I'm not 100% sure what that would be for, be it just firmware updates or actual interaction. And then it supported up to 10-point multi-touch hand gesturing. It comes with 2 styluses you can use at the same time, and then it had a remote control for it as well. So this would be great, again, for offices where you're doing big collaboration, meeting rooms, classrooms of like ridiculously overfunded schools, I guess, or the richer among us. If anyone wants to send me one, I'll use it. Who wants to put it in their house? But again, it's 1080p, so the pixel density is going to be abhorrent. It's going to be something you're going to want to, if you're watching something on, you're going to want to make sure you're sitting far away from, or if you're just using it as a giant tablet because you have too much money, go right ahead. The big thing that they're showcasing it being used for is like spreadsheets and things like that, but I don't know of any office software suites that allow that level of interactivity. So that'll be the next step, is what software actually supports that ridiculous amount of interaction. We'll see. This has been Tech Tuesday for the week of June 28th, 2016. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, the Tetra Ninja post with all of my tech news will be in the description below. Go check that out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Please, please, please comment, like, and subscribe, and enjoy some more footage of the cat. If you want more of that footage, come check out our vlog channel. Link to that will also be in the description below. We post lots of vlogs, especially now that the cat's here. We post lots of cat videos. We've become the cliche of the internet, and I'm okay with that because cat videos are great. See you next time. Google Drive. My hard drive that it's on is full. That sucks. Okay. Back these up. No, I'm good.
You're ruining the video.
I'm working. Damn it.
I'm working too. Oh, that was a snort. You mad at me? Pod's working.
I can't. No. Go. 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 Yes. That way. That way. That way.
He said, but she puts a camera in my face.
A big gray rectangle.
See, this is my revenge for you keeping us up all night.
Nope.
Poor Poift. I guess I should go in the other room and stop bothering you guys. Did he just lick you?
My hair.
That sounded like it hurt.
You heavy boy. Good luck.
He can do it. Is that really too much work for you?
He's only got half the table to land on right there. It's daunting.
Uh-oh. He's gonna go for the chair, isn't he? Oh.
Decisions.
There you go.
Right as I was saying, I might record something.